Hello everyone, welcome back to BP Into Tutorials. I hope you guys are doing really well. Today we came up with an interesting concept that is on Scrum Master, and today we will learn something new today with the continuing our last topic that is on Scrum artifacts. So we have seen so many concepts so far on the Scrum Master. If you haven't checked that, go back, check our playlist. You will find all the information on it, like what is Scrum, Scrum event, like definition, artifacts, okay, product, or who is the owner, like multiple information you can find out, guys. So do check, and then you can start the current video so that you get all the information accurately. So let's start today's concept that is on Scrum retrospective or else Sprint retrospective. So we'll learn this today. Before moving to that, I would request everyone to share, subscribe our channel, and click on bell icon so that you will get notification on all the upcoming videos. Also check out our playlist. You will find approximately 350 plus videos. Those will help you cracking your interview on multiple topics. Let's start today's concept that is on how to facilitate sprint retrospective. We will learn everything with the help of examples along with all the steps, so that whenever HR is asking you any of the question on this particular concept, you will have all the answers ready. Keep book up and ready so that you can make a note of all the points. Let's start with the definition here. What is the purpose of sprint retrospective? First thing, guys, we have seen sprint review in our last video, right? In the sprint review, what we have discussed like what was the sprint, how much is the pending, how many we have moved back to the backlog, okay, if there is any product backlog, sprint backlog, anything. We have done all this sprint review in our last video, right? Now we were discussing about the sprint retrospective. What is this? The purpose of sprint retro is to plan how we can increase the quality and effectiveness of the last sprint review. On the basis of last sprint review or the previous sprint review, we will connect with all the team members, right? The Scrum team will connect with all the team member like developer and everyone, and they will start and understand what went right, what we can improve, and what future what can be the best. So they will discuss how they can increase the quality and effectiveness of the product, right? In that, it is an opportunity for the Scrum team to inspect itself and create a plan to improvement that enhance the during the next sprint. So what will happen if we discuss everything right now, like what went wrong, what how we can improve more, definitely our next sprint will be more accurate. We will get all the support, all the planning will be accurate there, right? Next, without retrospective, a team like will repeat the same mistake, right? So if we don't do this retrospective, definitely the team will repeat the same mistake and we will held up with the same doubts, same timing. It will also increase our cost sometime. But if we do this retrospective meetings with all our team members, definitely we'll understand like, okay, these particular things we can avoid in a sprint review, and we can prepare all our solutions right away before the sprint review meet, right? So all this discussion will be done in the sprint retrospective. Next, um, what the help we will get with the help of sprint retrospective? It will give us the continuous evaluation on the sprints or the entire product, okay? The sprint retrospective is that will conclude the sprint, that is for sure, and it is a time box to the maximum of 3 hours for a 1 month sprint. For shorter sprint, that can be easily shorter, okay? So that can be done like after every sprint, yes, and we can connect for like 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, totally depends like what kind of work you guys have done and what was the time limit you have set for the particular sprint. On the basis of that, you can set the timings. Next, now, what are the core objective of the sprint retrospective? There are only three core objectives. The one is what went well, okay, what didn't go so well, and what we can improve, right? These three things we will mainly discuss here. All the team members will share their feedbacks openly, nothing too personal, but they will share their inputs like this could be more better if we would have received that particular support. In this way, they can come up with their observation, right? So in this way, like these are the three main core objectives for the sprint retrospective. One is what went well, what did not go well, and how we can improve and what can be improved in the upcoming sprint, right? Next, Okay, what are the key logistics? We have to understand all this concept accurately, guys. Whenever you're telling the answer in front of HR, make sure you are using all these steps. I'm not going directly through the theory, guys. I'm explaining you with the help of slides, with the help of points. Right? Next, when? At the very end of the sprint, after the sprint review, but before the next sprint planning. Yes, when we can start the sprint retrospective. When we can start? Once we end the sprint and just after the sprint review, or else before we starting any new sprint. At that time we can plan the retrospective meeting. Now how we can plan? For an example, I will give you a basic idea here. Suppose we completed one sprint. Okay, now what a scrum team will do, they will share a feedback form or something. They will share with all the team members and they will ask like fill out this form. They will mention all the information like what went well, everything. They will ask all the team members to fill that form, and post filling the form, post getting the observation, all will connect in one call, and they will discuss like, okay, this was the observation, this was the observation, this went well, this wasn't went well. In this way you can have a connect, guys. This is just a general example. Now who? Now the full scrum team, who is responsibility is to create a sprint retrospective. Entire scrum team, guys, product owners, scrum master and developer, everyone can do that. Duration 45 minutes per sprint length, and totally depend like how what the uh, basically sprint basically whether shorter or lengthier, guys. On the basis of that you can plan. Next, you can use popular, we have multiple retro technique. I told you one that you can use a form. There are few more you can use, that is like start stop continue, wherein you will just start with the what was went good, what went bad, and how we can continue, like how we can have a continuous improvement in upcoming sprint. Mad, sad and glad, this is also one kind of a technique wherein it's an emotional approach to see what frustrated or excited for the team. Okay, sailboat, this is also one kind of a technique. Imagine the team is in a boat, and what's the wind in your sail booster and what's the anchor, like what's the drag. So in this way you can prepare some form and you can share with your team. The four L's, like which is like, learn, lacked and longed for. So you can discuss all four L's here, and you can ask your team members to fill their details, like what they found, like it's liked, it's learned, it's lacked and longed for. They will fill the details, they will share it with you, guys. So these are the possible like techniques you can use in order to create a sprint retrospective. Now, top effective sprint retrospective. Now what basic understanding we will get from the retrospective? Okay, first point, inspect the process, not the product. We have to inspect the process here. Process in the sense that particular sprint we have to inspect. Focus strictly to the people, relationship, tool and the procedure. Leave the bug fix and future request for the sprint review, right? Okay, we have to discuss in such a way. Now psychological safety is the key. How? For a retro work, team member must feel safe to speak their mind without fear of retribution. This is a blame-free zone. I already told you guys here, everyone can share their feedback openly here. Okay, so there is nothing personal to anyone, but that the feedback should goes in a proper manner. Next, the prime directive. Follow the philosophy that regardless of what we discover, we understand and truly believe that everyone did the best job they could, given what they knew at the time. So here we have to keep them motivated, like whatever time we have assigned to that particular sprint, we have tried our level best to deliver the best. But anyhow there were some opportunities, loopholes or some future strength, I would say, we have identified. You can start in that particular way. Next, identify the small wins. Yes, definitely this is important. Every time there shouldn't be a negative discussions, we have to appreciate each and all the small wins, small thing that would have brought a big change or a small change in the process. Definitely we need to do that. Quality over quantity. Don't try to fix everything at one time, right? Aim on one or two actionable improvement for the next sprint. Try to fix 10 things easily lead to the fixing zero. Okay, you have to focus on this. We have few more points. Okay, keep it fresh. Shouldn't discuss the same things every time in the retro meeting. I would suggest there should be something new every time. Excitement should be there. Okay, people should join the meet, they will understand what is the importance of this sprint retrospective meet. Now the scrum master facilitate. The scrum master job is to keep the conversation productive, ensure everyone's voice is heard, and manage the time effectively. This is Scrum Master responsibility. Self-explainable point, guys. That's the reason I'm not explaining it back to you guys. Next, data-driven insight. While feeling matters, bring data to the table. Look at the velocity, burn down chart, and cycle time to see the vibes match the reality of the work. Yes, in this is also one way to have a discussions, guys. Okay, close the loop. Start to the next retrospective by reviewing the action item from the previous one. If we left anything in a parking from the last retro meet, definitely we have to discuss that. We have to close that particular point. Then we have to move to the another one. So these are the top effective points you can use in your retrospective meet. I would suggest, see, post looking to multiple slides like key factor, the logistic, the definition, the top effective retrospective points. If you are able to give 10 or 20% of all these points, if you are explaining 20%, I believe, like, yes, HR will understand that you guys have a clear understanding about the retro meet. Next, we have 3 examples. That's not enough, guys. We have many more to tell you guys here. The one is example now. Now let's consider one example. Now we thought like it's an overwhelmed team, and the situation here is the team finished the sprint but everyone stayed late every night and barely finished the last ticket. Now here, with that situation, what went right here? High velocity, we hit the sprint goal. Second, what did not well, burn down chart was a cliff. All work finished at the last day. Team burnout. Yes, this doesn't went well, which means everything does not closed on a right time, and people have to extend the shift or late night there. The root cause stories were too big and took 4 days to even start testing. Might be we got this situation that the user stories what we have received, those were very big and it took lot of time, so that we have started testing so late. This is the root cause we identified. Action item. All the user stories must be broken down into small tasks or not more than to 8 hours to complete the next sprint. So this is what we have identified finally, and in this way we can close our retro meet. So this is one situation. One more situation. The block team. And now what is this? Three major features situation. What is the situation now? Three major situation were moved in progress but stayed there for 10 days because they was waiting on the design team. So what happened? There was few things that got pending because of the design team, due to which uh, the things got blocked and it took more time. Example. Now what went well? Code quality was high, great peer reviews, everything was done successfully. What did not went well? 40% of the work moved to the waiting because of the designing team, right? Now root cause, we started coding before the UI mockup were finalized. This is, yes, exactly, this is what we have identified as a root cause. And action item, add final mockup attached in the DO definition of ready. If the design is 100% ready, then only the tickets stay in the backlog. This is what the action item we have identified. So this is one example, guys. I would say a good example. Now communication gap team. Sometimes we have identified a communication gap too. Now how we can solve such kind of situation in a retrospective meeting? The product owner was surprised by how a future looked during the sprint review, even though it's matched the ticket description. Okay, what went well? Developer worked quickly, no technical bug. This went well. What did not go well? Misalignment on the user experience of the login flow. This is what, like, something at the design level, at the user experience did not went well. The root cause, developer and PO did not talk between the sprint planning and the review. So there was a communication gap. Okay, developer team completed their work, but that was not as per the request from the product owner, which means the developer team did not had a clear communication here, due to which that particular situation occurred. Now what can be the best solution here? Action item, schedule a three-way synchronize, which means developer, QA and PO for a 15 minutes, so that they can show that what's the progress going on. They can take a confirmation over the call. So this is one thing they can do in order to have a proper solution. So I believe you understood like how the retrospective meet can help in order to have a good sprint review in upcoming sprint. Definitely, yes. And we will also get specific callouts here with the help of this particular retro meeting. So use all these points in your interview and crack it easily, guys. I would say like these points are more than enough to give clarity to the HR that yes, you know everything about the retrospective sprint retrospective. Thanks a lot, guys. If you still have any doubt, our feedback session are always open. please share your feedback. Don't miss to like our video if you found like the information was valuable and that give you the clear understanding. And also please check out our playlist, check out our Instagram, Facebook and LinkedIn page. You will find multiple information on all the upcoming vacancies, also the latest update. And don't miss to subscribe our channel. Have a great day.